This spot is amazing. Hi, my name's Roger Osborne, and in this video today, I'm going to explain to you exactly why it's such an incredible fishing spot. And you know, if you haven't watched one of my videos before, my videos are all about instruction and teaching and helping you to really enjoy your fishing and catch more fish. So in this video, I go into a lot of detail about where I am, why I'm here, my hooks, my rigs, my bait, what I'm thinking, all of those things to really help you. Stick around to the end for a free PDF download which will outline some vital keys from today's session. If you're enjoying my content, subscribing is absolutely free, and for guys like me who make free content on YouTube, it really helps our channel. So if you haven't done it already, make sure that you like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get into it. It's a beautiful afternoon down at the beach. I actually like it when there's a few clouds. It was raining earlier today, it stopped. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, which is great. Just really pleasant. It's nice when you've got these conditions, not too hot, not too cold. I actually have a low tide just before dark, so I'm fishing the bottom of the tide and the first of the run in. I had to walk about a K along the beach to get to where I am, which is pretty normal for me because I don't just go down the track straight out in front and just fish anywhere. I'm always really looking at the structure, and I'm very strategic about where I cast my line. So my rods are rigged, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to put some bait on, and super keen to start fishing. I'll just show you some of the worms that I caught. Just quickly, if you're as passionate about fishing as I am, and you really want to improve and enjoy it even more, why don't you join Roger's Fishing Online Fishing Club, my membership. I've got some amazing people who are members, and we all share our information with each other. There's so much content on there. There's all my fishing courses, plus there's a heap of stuff that's not available on YouTube. And there's no lock-in contracts. You can leave anytime you want. So head on over to rogersfishing.com and check it out. Look at these absolute beauties. They're actually pretty big and fat. There's an abundance of them. And remember that we all have a personal bag limit of 20 worms when you go worming. Or if you go and there's two of you fishing and two of you worming, you can catch 20 each and you've got heaps. I'm going to fish with two rods. I've got a bigger, heavier rod with a 2-hook rig, and I'm going to put some large worm baits on this one. And directly in front of me, I've got that lovely setup where I've got a sandbar. You can see where the waves are breaking in the white water, and it's within casting distance. So my plan is to pop this, to really lay into it and land right on that edge of the mountain, that little drop off out there. And hopefully I might score myself a mulloway on this, especially as we're getting closer to dark. So I'm going to put a couple of nice big worm baits on, and then I'm going to use my other rod. I'm just fishing with worms in this session, but my plan is to put some nice big ones on, because we know, especially up where I am on the north coast, I'm up in the Crescent Head area, and they get a lot of mulloway and worms up here. They seem to be a very good bait for them. I've caught a couple more down south, not big ones, but I've caught a couple of mulloway off the beach on worms. Oh, these worms are regularly customers, I tell you what. So this particular worm, I've got a bigger hook. You can see I've got a much bigger hook than I normally use. I'm going to thread this worm on. Even though the hook is bigger, you can still slide the hook down the center of the worm. It's just like a tube, and then I like to pull the head of the worm up over the eye of the hook onto the line. So it's a little bit harder when the hook's bigger like that, but yep, I got it. So I managed to get that over the hook, and I think I'm just going to leave a nice long wiggly bit like that. I reckon that's a cracking bait. So I'm going to put this guy out first as a set line, and then I'm going to hold on to my lighter line. Well, that's one down, one to go. All right, now I've got my lighter line, which is the one that I'm going to hold on to. Well, it's kind of not that light. It's 20-pound monofilament, this one. But that one's got 40-pound mono on it. So that's a lot heavier. It's a beautiful afternoon, so once you're all rigged up and you've got baits in the water, you can just relax and enjoy it. I cast my first rod out a fair bit further than this one. I'm really just fishing along the drop-off, along the edge. So I'm fishing pretty close in with this line. The idea is just to get past that initial drop so that I'm in the deep water but not too far from the edge. Because a lot of fish actually patrol right along the edge of the beach. Because anywhere where there's waves breaking and water movement and sand being stirred up attracts fish. So I could actually really fish really close to the shore. I've done the opposite with that one. That one I've pelted out the back towards that sandbar that's right out the back. Got to check my line. It's a little bit slack, doing some strange things. Sometimes you've got a fish on and you don't realise it. Yep, yeah, there's a fish on the end. I can feel it. Let's just see what it is. I'm walking away from my other line because I've just tossed that one out there. And I don't really want to get tangled up with my own line. Maybe I've got two fish. I'm not sure what I've got actually. Could be a brim. Hopefully not a stingray because that would be annoying. It's pulling a little bit. Although you do get a lot of stingrays in places like this, so here it comes. Just coming over here to my right. Here it comes. Oh yeah, look at that. Exactly what I didn't want. Well, you know, you've got to accept a few of these ones in between the good ones. So I'll let this guy look. I think I may have another creature on my other line, hopefully not another stingray. And there are some really heavy looking clouds approaching. Let's just see if I've got anything on here. No bait. Well, I definitely had some bites. Look, there's not much beachworm left on there. So, see if I get a chance to hold on to it long enough. I'm happy with where that landed. Now I'm going to hold on to it. And I'll stand behind my other rod so that I've got it in front of me and I can see it. That line's gone a little bit slack. Yeah, something's going on over there. I don't think that's a wave. I think something has swum in with it actually. I better check it. So I'm pretty sure a wave wouldn't have washed it in that far. Yeah, a lot of slack line. Well, I can't feel anything on the end. So no, I haven't got a fish, but that was, I think maybe I had some bites and they just swam in with it but didn't hook up. Well, I better check my bait. Oh no, I've got something. Maybe it's another little ray. It's just harder to tell with this heavy line. Here it comes. Yeah, look at that. Would you believe ray number 2? My bottom bait's gone. So it's Ray City at the moment, so hopefully they stop biting. Big worms for big fish. Yeah, baby. Whoa. You guys probably seen me do this a bit, but I always like to try and steal an extra 5 metres. Especially if I want to cast out further. I'll wait for a break in the waves and then get down as close as I can just to get that little bit of extra distance. There's a little bit, the rain is starting to sprinkle, just a little bit. Hopefully a storm doesn't erupt. There wasn't actually anything predicted. Do I have another small stingray? I'm not sure. Doesn't feel like I've got much. Yeah, I don't think I do. So that's good. No, don't have anything. No stingray, beauty. And my bait is still good, so it goes straight back out. This one I'm not going to cast as far, so I won't be as patient in wading out. Just going to give that a good general hoik. How awesome is this down here? It's beautiful. I love it when it's wild and there's big clouds and stuff everywhere. It's epic. Well, there's a little bit of action going on over here. Nothing bending the rod right over, but let's just see what's going on. Yeah, there's something on the end. Hopefully it's not another stingray. It could be. Feels a little bit stingray-ish. If it's another stingray, that'll be stingray number 4. But often you get a run of stingrays and then they'll just stop biting for some reason and then you'll start catching quality fish. So I hope that's what's going to happen, because it's such an awesome, I mean, all of the features here are so good. Yeah, I think it's another stingray. It's skating in. Upside down stingray. I hooked him in the tail. That's a little bit of a touchy one. Need to be able to remove that without getting spiked. Okay, back to the other line. Better check that one. Is it stingray number 5? Do I have something on? No, nothing on. My line feels quite frayed. I had no bait on here, but I can feel my line is really frayed around the hook, like something with rasping teeth has been. So I better cut it off and retie it, I think. It looks quite dark at the moment, but there's just so many really big dark clouds around, it's making it look a lot darker than it actually is. So I think the sun has just set, but it should be a lot lighter than this. It's just really gloomy. Okay, well hopefully we find something other than a stingray. It's very often when you're fishing you need to have patience, especially when it comes to waiting for fish, and also when it comes to untangling knots. I actually because I've developed patience over the years, I I don't get bent out of shape if I get a knot or anything like that. I just calmly relax and untie it. Oh, that's something. Okay, what have we got this time? That's the question. We have something. It's not massive, but it is a fish of some description. What have we got? I actually think it's a stingray. That's what I think. Whoa! They breed them small around here. Look at that. That worm, he has just woofed it. Oh well. Another stingray. Those little stingrays seem to have quite a big mouth. Well, I better pull my other line in just to make sure I've got bait on it. I have a feeling, I've got a feeling in my bones that this is another stingray. It would only be number 6 or 7. What is it with them? Here it comes. Oh yes, look at that. What can I say? Look, he couldn't resist that worm. That is so slack. The line is slack. That means something. Why is the line slack? Is it stingray number 27 or stingray number 55? It feels a bit like it. Okay, it's probably another stingray. Oh, I think I'm going to cry. It's about 8 stingrays. 8 or 9 stingrays. Oh well. If you'd like a free PDF download of some vital keys from today's session, hit the link in the corner or in the description below. I've only been down here fishing for maybe an hour and a half. It's an incredible spot, incredible location, absolutely loaded with fish. I picked this spot because I'm right beside a headland that really is like a natural sanctuary. It is so rugged, you actually just can't get down there and fish. There are so many fish around there, and this area here is loaded with mulloway, bream, flathead, all fish species, and even Spanish mackerel at the right time of the year. But you know, even I sometimes, you know, I do everything right. I pick a beautiful spot, I've got beautiful fresh bait, and all I get is stingrays. The reason I'm sharing it with you is because I just like to be real. You know, I catch a lot of fish, but it's not realistic to think that someone can catch, you know, this perfect fishermen who have a 100% record. Nobody does. None of the good fishermen that I know do. So don't lose heart. If you go fishing, you don't catch fish, it's not just about catching fish, it's about being out in an incredible environment. And I know it's so good for your mental health and for your soul. When I'm fishing, that's all I think about. There's not a care in the world. It's awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in another video.